There is a law more powerful than the law of attraction, a force that determines every single thing you experience, whether you're aware of it or not. Most people live their entire lives trying to force change from the outside, chasing money, struggling in relationships, fighting against circumstances, and yet nothing changes. Why? Because reality doesn't bend to willpower alone. It responds to something much deeper, something ancient, unbreakable, and absolute. The worst part? You've been using this law every single day, but probably against yourself. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what this law is, but you'll know exactly how to wield it. And once you do, everything in your life will start to shift, faster than you ever imagined. Human laws are temporary constructs, rules designed to maintain order in societies. They shift with politics, cultural evolution, and the passage of time. They're often flawed, biased, and negotiable. Consider tax loopholes. Those with wealth and influence hire experts to exploit legal gray areas, while the average person follows the rules out of fear of penalties. Justice under human law is not always fair. It can be bent, rewritten, and manipulated by those in power. Universal laws, on the other hand, are immutable. They do not bend to personal preference, social status, or moral judgment. They function without bias, governing the fundamental forces of existence. Gravity doesn't pause to consider your intentions before pulling you down if you step off a ledge. The law of cause and effect doesn't hesitate to respond to actions, regardless of whether one is virtuous or corrupt. These principles form the bedrock of reality, and understanding them is the key to working with life rather than against it. Let's break it down further with a simple analogy. Imagine two individuals trying to start a fire. One carefully gathers dry wood, arranges kindling, and applies the right technique. The other attempts to ignite damp logs with no preparation, hoping sheer willpower will suffice. The law of combustion does not favor the more deserving individual. It operates purely on alignment with its principles. The one who follows the correct process, regardless of status or intention, will succeed. This is the essence of universal law. It rewards alignment, not entitlement. It doesn't care who you are, what you believe, or how much you wish things were different. It simply responds to principles, actions, and alignment. If we recognize and harness these laws, we move in harmony with the forces that shape our reality. If we ignore them, we struggle, blaming external circumstances while fighting against the very fabric of existence. Understanding this distinction isn't just enlightening, it's empowering. Here's the truth no one told you. The universe doesn't care about what you want. It doesn't care about your feelings of frustration or your hopes for success. Instead, it responds to something much deeper, something that's been shaping your life since the day you were born, whether you've realized it or not. At the core of this truth is the law of mentalism. The all is mind, the mind is all. This isn't just some abstract concept from ancient teachings. It's the invisible operating system behind everything in your life. Think about it. Every single thing you see around you, your phone, the chair you're sitting in, the house you live in, started as a thought. Nothing physical exists without first existing in the mind. Now here's the twist that makes this so powerful. Your reality isn't determined by your actions alone. It's created by the state of your mind. Your thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions are quietly crafting your experience of life, moment by moment. But here's the kicker. Most of us are running on autopilot, allowing outdated, limiting beliefs to shape the world around us without even realizing it. Imagine this. You're driving a car with a GPS that hasn't been updated in years. The roads have changed, new routes have opened, but your GPS keeps steering you toward dead ends. This is exactly how most people live, using outdated mental maps to navigate a constantly evolving reality. What if you could rewrite that map? What if you could consciously program your mind to align with the reality you want, instead of the reality you've unconsciously inherited? The law of mentalism doesn't just influence your personal life, it governs everything. Quantum physics backs this up. Researchers have found that particles of matter behave differently when observed. Your mind isn't just a passive observer of reality, it's an active participant. This means your thoughts aren't just harmless whispers in your head, they're instructions to the universe. Every thought is a seed, and your beliefs are the soil that determines what grows. This isn't just ancient philosophy dressed up in mystical language. Modern science is revealing what sages and mystics have known for millennia. At its core, the universe responds to consciousness. Quantum physics proves this with the observer effect, where particles behave differently simply because they're being observed. This discovery challenges everything we thought we knew about reality. It suggests that your awareness doesn't just passively experience the world, it actively shapes it. Let's put this into a modern context. Think about generative AI, like ChatGPT or Midjourney. These tools produce results based on the input you provide. The better and more intentional your prompts, the better the output. If you feed vague, disorganized prompts, you'll get unsatisfactory results. But if you provide clear, focused instructions, you can create something extraordinary. Your mind works the same way. It's like the ultimate generative AI, constantly producing the reality you experience based on the prompts you feed it, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. The clearer and more aligned your mental inputs are, the more powerful and precise your results will be. Imagine someone using generative AI to write a novel. The first person types, "Write a story." The AI produces something generic, uninspired. The second person, however, writes, "Create a gripping thriller about a detective solving a case in a futuristic city, filled with moral dilemmas and unexpected twists." The result? A nuanced, engaging story. Now apply this to your life. If your mental prompts are vague or contradictory, "I want to succeed, but I'm scared I'll fail," the results you manifest will be just as scattered. But if you focus on a clear vision, backed by strong emotions like confidence and gratitude, your reality will align with it. The law of mentalism states that everything begins in the mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. To harness its power, you must first master your inner world. Your dominant thoughts, beliefs, and mental habits dictate what you attract and create in your life. So how do you align with this law to transform your reality? A simple yet powerful daily practice. 1. Morning mental rehearsal. Feel the reality you want each morning. Spend at least 5 minutes immersed in mental creation. But this isn't just about visualizing material things. It's about embodying the emotions that come with them. Why? Because your subconscious mind responds more to feelings than words. Close your eyes and see yourself already living your desired reality. Whether it's financial freedom, radiant health, deep love, or personal success, feel it deeply. What does abundance feel like? How does confidence feel in your body? What sensations arise when you are truly at peace? Breathe into it and let that state of being sink into your subconscious mind. When you condition your mind to feel the emotions of your vision as if it's already real, your thoughts, actions, and external circumstances begin to shift accordingly. 2. Identify and dismantle one limiting belief per day. Most people unconsciously sabotage their own success because of deep-seated limiting beliefs, thoughts that have been conditioned into them since childhood. These beliefs operate like invisible chains, keeping them stuck in repetitive patterns. Each day, ask yourself, what belief is keeping me from the life I want? Maybe it's, I'm not smart enough to start my own business. I'm unlucky in relationships. Money is hard to come by. 3. Flip the narrative. Reprogram your subconscious. Once you identify a limiting belief, challenge it. Where did it come from? Is it absolutely true? Then, replace it with a powerful counter-belief that aligns with your vision. For example, I'm not good enough for that promotion. I am constantly growing, and I bring value to my team. I don't deserve wealth. Abundance is my birthright, and I attract it effortlessly. I always struggle with health. My body is strong, resilient, and healing every day. Now, repeat your new belief daily, not just as words, but with conviction and emotion. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. The more you reinforce the new belief, the more it becomes your reality. 4. Align your actions with your new mindset. Thoughts alone won't change your life. You must act in alignment with your new beliefs. If you believe you bring value to your team, start contributing confidently. If you believe abundance flows to you, take steps toward wealth creation. If you believe your health is improving, fuel your body accordingly. Your external world will eventually mirror your internal world. This is the essence of the law of mentalism. Mastering the law of mentalism is about more than just positive thinking. It's about reprogramming the way you see yourself, the world, and what's possible. When you deliberately reshape your mental patterns, you reshape your entire life. This is where your journey transcends personal transformation and becomes a catalyst for global change. When you align your mind with the law of mentalism, you're not just altering your own reality, you're influencing the collective consciousness. In today's hyper-connected world, this ripple effect is more potent than ever. Consider this: social movements. A single tweet, born from truth and intention, can ignite a global fire. The Me Too movement began with individual voices daring to speak out. But those solitary expressions echoed across borders, cultures, and industries, sparking a tidal wave of awareness, accountability, and systemic change. One aligned mind became millions. Now think about this: viral generosity. Remember the Ice Bucket Challenge? What started as a simple, heartfelt act to raise ALS awareness evolved into a worldwide phenomenon. Celebrities, CEOs, and everyday people joined the wave. Over $115 million was raised, all because one person's focused, purposeful idea lit a spark that caught fire in the hearts of millions. And if you're still wondering, the science confirms it. This isn't just metaphysical speculation. Research in quantum physics and neuroscience points to a profound truth. Our minds may be deeply interconnected. The Global Consciousness Project at Princeton found that during moments of global significance, random number generators, machines designed to produce chaos, began to show order. This suggests that collective human emotion and focus can leave a measurable impact on the physical world. The choice is yours. The law of mentalism isn't just an idea, it's a responsibility. You are the architect of your reality. Every thought you hold, every belief you nurture, is shaping the world you live in. But here's the most important part. You don't have to get it perfect. Small shifts create massive change over time. So what reality will you design today? Will you continue on autopilot, letting fear and doubt steer the wheel? Or will you take control, aligning your thoughts with the life you deserve? The choice is yours, and the universe is waiting to respond. Remember, the all is mind, and the mind is all. You've always had the power. Now it's time to use it.